Hi, I'm Rob and it's monthly Mythic time and we have the champion of rot to try and get. Let's hope he's not actually completely rotten because otherwise he's going to write his own jokes, isn't he? And that doesn't do him any good. So let's try and get him. Let's jump into our chests and see what we can do. Going to start off with the couple of VIP chests I've got left over here. Collected them from somewhere, not sure where, but there they are. Best chance to get a Mythic, 1.67%, far higher than anything else. After that, you've got Guild chests, that's your next best chance, with a 0.11% chance to collect the Mythic. After that, you have good old Gem chests with a 0.1% chance. And then, a low chance, but it does happen eventually, you can store up stacks of Glory chests. I opened these just the other day just to... for the sake of it, don't know why, I just did. But you only have a 0.01% chance of getting a Mythic when you open a Glory chest. But it does happen eventually. You save up thousands of these, crack them open, eventually it will happen. And for this week only, this is the only Mythic you can get from chests. So once you've got one, if you only want one, don't open any more chests. If you want two, then open some more. For example, till you get a second one, but don't go trying to get another Mythic that you need by opening chests this week, because it won't happen. You can only get this Mythic from your chests this week. So let's bust them open. Let's start open with this one then. Then we'll chuck it into a team, see what we can do. Let's open one at a time because of the excitement of VIP chests. And it didn't happen. It was unlikely to happen, let's face it. But anyway, let's start busting open these. Here we go. Come on, champion of rottenness. Don't be manky and rotten. Because if you're rubbish, you're going to actually, just like I say, write your own jokes. Dun, dun, dun. Already checked the guild chat, made sure people are collecting these things already. And there he is! We've got one already. That was very quick and easy. 22 mana cost. Does damage to all enemies, not bad, but easily countered by things like submerge and things like that. And then create a mix of 16 green and red gems boosted by diseased and poisoned enemies. So 16 green and red. It uses green itself, so it can self-charge. So if it's the only one using green, all the green will feed back into it. But the red kind of means it needs to be mixed with somebody else, another troop that uses red. Otherwise you're going to miss out on all that red. Not essential, depending upon what kind of team you can stick it into, but let's take a look at the traits. Reflect, 25% of skull damage. It's immune to all status effects, devour, lycanthropy and mana burn, thanks to impervious. And disease and poison a random enemy when matching 4 or more gems. Not seeing why you'd maybe want 2 of these in a team initially, but because I've got so much chests left over, because I've got loads of these left over, and loads of gem chests too, I kind of like to get 2 as that just in case thing. Some troops, like, Pharaoh, Cathru, Tax Shackers, things like that, you can see straight away that 3 would be absolutely awesome. And it's a real shame that they nerfed that troop recently, the one that I've done silence or something, to a random troop on a 4 match. They downgraded that massively. That was a real shame. That could have been a really, really good troop. I mean, sure, they realised afterwards that the devs that 3 of them would have been extremely, extremely powerful. But that means that players facing it have to kind of work around it and have troops that are immune to silence and things like that. So it's not like it was a game changer of all time. Elementalist class is extremely powerful as well and still is. But people have to pick their team to counter it and work a way around it and get a cleanse easily and things like that. And would have been no different to that silence one. But anyway, I digress. We have our second champion of rot. Let's stick it into a team and see what it can do. Right, so let's take a look at the team then. The spell is River of Bile. Deal magic-based damage to all enemies. Create a mix of 16 green and red gems boosted by diseased and poisoned enemies. So the more diseased and poisoned enemies you can get, the more you're going to boost up that damage. Traits are Infernal Armor. Reflect 25% of skull damage. Impervious, pretty handy. And Sickness Aura. Disease and poison a random enemy when matching 4 or more gems. That's how we get that boost to the damage. But let's take a quick look at this team then. I've put him or her or whatever it is, I think it's him, into this team. So we have the champion of Knob. If you're going to be a champion of anything, it may as well be a champion of Knob. And it's fine, yeah. Nobbin Brothers, Arboreal Crystal, the Empress, and the champion of Rot. But why these troops? Well, first up, the Empress is going to give a lovely boost to all skills on the last ally with a 7% chance of an extra turn for each green gem on the board. If you don't have the Empress, there is another troop you can stick in to the team instead of her to make it still very, very effective. I'll come to that in just a second. But with that green being very relevant, because the champion of rot does that damage, then creates a mix of green and red. A, we want a troop that uses red, and B, we want to make sure we get the most out of that green as well. So with all that green going on, the Empress gets charged up very quickly, and that means we can actually cast her once or twice, maybe even more than that if we like, to get this thing boosted up to do absolutely obscene, filthy damage. But all the green feeds into the Empress and the Champion of Rot, which makes them a bit of a dream pairing, and all the red goes into Knob-End Brothers, hence Champion of Rot. And it's really cool if your troop that uses red can gain an extra turn as well, or at least have a very good chance of a 4-match, because this one's perfect in a way, and gains an extra turn, and either eliminates magic +2 attack from all enemies, or deals magic +2 damage to all enemies, excuse me, or explode magic +2 gems. So if it reduces that attack, that can render the enemy really useless to using skulls very quickly. If it does damage to all, that's pretty nifty, and if it explodes gems, then we're going to charge up the team really, really fast. But the thing that makes this really tick for me is the Arboreal Crystal. I'm going to be in construct for this, but it's not absolutely essential. It just works really, really well. First of all, I like the fact that it has a tangling as one of its upgrades. We're going to entangle that top troop. So even if our Knob-End Brothers at the top haven't reduced their attack yet, we can actually entangle them, making their skulls useless anyway. But one of the main reasons this is here is because it has Leaf. Now, Leaf is a Leaf Storm. That is a green storm. So if we get to cast this straight away, we start a green storm, which means more green are going to fall than any other colour, which you can see where this is going already. This is going to make these two an absolute dream pairing, because when this starts to cast, we've got that green storm going, we're going to get more green than normal, it's going to feed into these two. She can get an extra turn as well when there's all that green on the board, which is kind of ridiculous, and that feeds into this one, which can then do that damage, create more green and red, and then if all of these get charged, that has an extra turn anyway. She's very lucky to have an extra turn because of all the green, and that can loop on itself as well. This can even explode and loop. So yeah, this has got really good potential. But if you don't have the Empress, there are other options. I quite like the idea of Gingeraxia. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Let's clear this filter thingy. Because it does a Holy Storm. And that, for this, is very, very good indeed. Giant crabs. No, not giant crabs. That's another thing completely. Giant crabber. Single. Gingeraxia, where are ya? Create a Holy Storm when my turn begins. Pretty good. That is a green and red storm, which for obvious reasons really helps this. Because we got that mix of green and red, and with a Holy Storm, they're going to fall more than normal on green and red. You can actually potentially loop even more. But the thing is with Gingeraxia, it doesn't really have an extra turn. It does that damage and gives life. Both boosted, but yeah, you lose the turn. This team has a chance to actually loop on itself constantly. So we'll go with a +2 blue Giant's Banner. You can have +2 purple if you like. Whatever's your favourite colour. Blue or purple. Because we want to get that weapon up as quickly as we can. And we use all the colours in this team. Which again is why there's no minus colour. If you use all the colours but one, that's when you want to use that minus thing of getting extra mana from somewhere else at a cost of a minus on another. Traits for this, pretty good. All constructs start with 50% mana, reduce damage from skulls by 50% is not bad. Let's just check these. Serendipity is cool. This one's kind of irrelevant. Gain 3 magic at the start of battles, okay. Rock Solid is cool. Tree of Knowledge is good. Gain enchantment matching green gems. We're going to be getting enchanted all the time. And Fortitude. Right, let's take it out there. Go away, you. Chuck it into a team. Where are we? White Helm. That will do. Providing we're on an Explore 12. We're not on an Explore 12. We're at a random place. Let's do this. Let's change it to 12. And have a go at this. And change that. There's my Champion of Knob team. Up here somewhere. I've got to arrange these. Stop playing around with them all for Guild Wars. And now I've got to change stuff back. Right, so we're looking for some blue or purple. But we'll take a lovely little Load of that when it's there, of course, and that's got our weapon up absolutely straight away. So let's do this. Oops. As soon as we do this, we're going to get that leaf storm. So we've got a leaf storm now, look. Green gems fall more than the other colours. I mean, all that green on the board, this just has a... Well, the boost is 105 on its own, so this is a guaranteed extra turn. This is what's cool about it. And now we've boosted up the damage to a whopping 168 damage to all. That is kind of filth. But better than that, we've got this charged up. We can cast this if we want. And that is charged up the Empress again. 54 to all skills again. Another boost. We've got the extra turn again. This is looping on itself. Now we're doing 249 damage to all enemies. This is obviously going to vary upon your magic level. But how far can we take it? Can we do it again? Because that thing just charged itself up. We reduced the attack that time. No big deal. But if you want, you can just cast this. See if we get the loop. Didn't. But instead, we've got a load of green there instead. Look. This is just for the crack, really. We'll explode the gems. Charged up. And now doing a ridiculous amount of damage. And that was massive, massive overkill. But let's see if we can play it a different way now. Let's see if we can make it just loop on itself after, say, one boost from the Empress. Because you can obviously cast the Empress several times, get everybody into one-shot range of your champion of rot. One load of green like that, and the good old Empress is ready. The boost is 70. You can do it now, because the Arboreal Crystal's up next round anyway. Because remember, we've got that really nice Tree of Knowledge, gain enchantment matching green gems. This is a really nice synergy team, actually. This does actually work pretty well. So let's do this. There's our boost. Let's get that just because. Right, explode. Oh, up next round. Up next round. So we'll do that, see if we get any benefits from it. You got an extra turn from this. You may as well do it, see what happens. It's done some damage to all, but soften them up even more. Let's go Arboreal again. Let's see if this loops on itself. Didn't that time. But Arboreal Crystal was up again. And they're going to be dead next round anyway, so we may as well just get anything really, because we're enchanted already. Again, didn't loop, but we're well in control, and absolutely everybody's dead. But I do like the way this has potential to loop. Didn't happen then very much. Go away, Genie. Right, so let's go with the alternative option for this now. Let's see what happens if we chuck Gingeraxia in the team just for fun. This was my other idea came up with earlier. Ginger. Chuck him in there. Right, so similar idea to this, but haven't really thought about the first troop very much. So obviously we're now sharing the red, which wasn't the idea. But I want to see how this just works with that constant green and red storm, and the fact that now all the green is going to feed straight into Champion of Rot. Let's see what happens. Our three other troops have all got a chance of a extra turn. There's our constant red and green storm. Pretty cool. So let's get the weapon up if we can. Got any blue? Have we got any purple? No. Now we'll do that then. Needs must. We'll do what is required. Right, explode gems for a change. No, he's obsessed with doing other stuff that I don't want him to do. All good. Right, this is where the storm can be activated properly, because we destroy some gems. Probably good to leave that there in a way. You can loop on this with more green and red on the board, so I'm going to leave it there. There we go, and we've got that loop, and did loop on itself, because it's the first one to receive all the green. Again, I'm going to leave that there because we're already charged up, and I want to leave the chance to loop on itself. Oh, this is looping quite nice. Oh, that storm, that's actually quite nice. And we can finish off with this now. Oh, this is quite good. I quite like this with Gingeraxia as well. Maybe want to think about that first troop then to benefit from that a bit more. But I still think it's pretty good. So yeah, an okay troop. Nothing too game-changery to what we got already in the game. There's another option. We got charged up already. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, oh, I quite like this. I quite like this. So we can do damage again with that boost. Giving life at the same time. We could have done this. If we get the damage to all option, we're going to pretty much have the game all wrapped up. Oh, he's entangled. Pay attention, 007. Let's try this one again. Just play it now on more normal speed and see if it's actually quick if we play a more normal speed. Not got too much of my colours there straight away, but we did get the crystal up straight away, which is cool. Got that storm going. Let's see if we get extra turn. We did. Let's go Nobby. Let's go another boost. Let's go Arboreal. What kind of boost we got now? 249. Let's do this again then, and then do that. That's not too shabby, is it? Let's do that again. So it takes 3 boosts for me to one-shot explore 12, so get the Arboreal up. Got a nice amount of green on the board. We can cast Empress, we can do the Goblin things. That's got another boost. The Green Storm is ensuring things stay consistent. That gives us an extra turn. That says have another boost and an extra turn and dead. Yeah, I quite like it. Quite like it. And we've done that a bit. Alright, so let's just do one more. Then we'll call the video a day. But the option is there. Gingeraxia did actually work pretty well, I think, as a substitute for the Empress. But you can't beat having this just filthy power. Absolutely nuts. And obviously you can cast this after one cast. And if it loops on itself and gets charged up again, you want to be good to go straight away. And here we can pretty much have a guaranteed extra turn again. Let's see if that explodes gems and charges up. It does, and that means we do a huge amount of damage. So yeah, pretty cool troop, but definitely works really, really well with the Empress. And Gingeraxia works pretty well as well, and I do like that combination with, oh, excuse me, the Nobben brothers. But there's a video. If you enjoyed it, it'd be really cool if you bash that like and subscribe button. It really does help. But most of all, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.